Everyone, welcome back to the channel IL the General TV, and today we are diving into one of the most hottest topics making waves in the political world. Donald Trump's latest rally speeches are about mass deportations, and whether you are in for it or against it, this is definitely something that's got everyone talking. So we are going to break it down and react to what he said. So you have to grab your coffee and let's get started. So this weekend, Donald Trump held a rally in Wisconsin where he outlined his immigration policy for 2024. His key promise was mass deportations, particularly targeting undocumented immigrants with criminal records. And from a quote from his speech says that we will stop the invasion immediately, and Trump emphasized that the deportation plan will be the largest in American history. And that was a pretty bold claim, and he's not just talking about a few thousand people here. This is about he's talking about millions of undocumented immigrants, and now people have got mixed feelings about this. And on the other hand, deporting criminals seems like something most people would agree with. No one would want any violent offenders within their communities, but the scale of this operation is what concerns a lot of people. Mass deportation will sound simple on paper, but how realistic is it going to be? ICE, that body, typically handles around 200,000 to 450,000 deportations annually, and Trump is talking about millions. All right, he's talking about that millions. So JD Vance, who is Trump's running mate, jumped into a recent debate to explain this plan further. According to Vance, the deportations would start with immigrants who have committed additional crimes beyond crossing the border. So he also mentioned another strategy, which is tightening job opportunities for undocumented immigrants, so that it will force self-deportation of some of these immigrants. So the idea is that if you can't find work, you leave on your own. And okay, so we've got a logic, but this sounds a bit like a logistical nightmare. And how can you regulate on such a large scale? Critics like the Democratic governor Tim Walz even pointed out that this plan is unworkable. And honestly, can we really expect businesses to enforce these rules strictly enough to make these undocumented workers self-deport? That's where it really gets complicated. We're gonna so one Republic congressman from Texas, who is Tony Gonzalez, raised an important issue that the resources simply aren't for just there for a massive operation. All right, even with ICE, the amount of manpower and funds needed to deport millions of people is quite enormous. Thank you for watching this video. If you are here right here, make sure you're subscribing. You're watching to this level, make sure you're sharing. If you watch to this level, make sure you're liking. IL the General here. I am Israel, your one-stop reporter. Thank you for watching this video. Take it to the top.